AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's The Rachel Zoe Project After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and give you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's The Rachel Zoe Project After Show.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah,
You know
yeah.
who you are. You're lots of sweetest candy.
I feel like Rachel likes Coats, like Mandy likes candy.
Yes.
Do you like that?
Yeah,
That was good.
that was good. Explains why this song's playing right now. Jake, what are you doing?
Shoulder roll. Do you remember the yellow bug that she drove around in the video?
No. Sorry.
I guess I'm a big fan.
Well, you guys, that was a flashback to Mandy Moore because we're feeling her right now. Bing is for doing, and we're here doing another after show for the Rachel Zoe Project, Season 5, Episode 5, Mage in Manhattan. I'm your host, Kristina Zias, along with...
I'm Jake Dupree.
Oh my gosh, I'm Tiona Hobson.
I'm Jason Ikeler.
And this is the Rachel Zoe Project. For you,
I'm craving.
I'm missing you like candy. Yeah. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
We've had a lot of coffee.
We really have, and not only is it coffee, but it was Christmas flavored coffee.
Oh dear.
I know. I burnt it.
It was really burnt, but it's working.
It was really strong and really burnt. Sorry about that, Jason. Did the trick. Well, guys, episode 5. Let's get right into it. We start off with Rachel and Roger canoodling in their beds, and I feel like in this episode they bicker more than ever, at least for this season.
Yeah.
You guys agree?
I kind of like it when they aren't. I don't know, because they've been really lovey-dovey this season, so now it's back to the
It's like
bitching at each other.
the Paris honeymoon is over now. The
Oh,
Paris
yeah.
glow is
Yeah.
gone, so we can get back to how it really is, the nitty gritty.
But I loved her hair in the first scene. It was really big and
Oh my
And the
god, I
side
loved
part,
it. It was like
the
wavy.
side part,
wavy, yeah.
too.
And
so
she
fun.
didn't have bangs in it at all.
No, they're pushed back.
Yeah.
I like it when your bangs are pushed back. Mean Girls.
Caddy, tell us how when his bangs are pushed back.
I don't remember that part, and I love Mean
don't
Girls
either.
too.
Lunchroom. Check it.
Well, they're arguing about obviously the apartment, which is a major theme throughout the episode. And what I think is really funny is you know when you kind of want something and you just keep talking about it and talking about it and talking about it, and even though the other person doesn't want it, you're like, well, if I just keep talking about it to enough people, it'll eventually have to happen. And I feel like that's the theme of the episode. How many people can Rachel tell that she's looking at New York apartments to the point where they have to get one? What do you guys think?
I think that's actually really true because then Roger even is a little bit, well, if we live in New York,
Yeah.
Yeah.
rubbing off on him.
It's like reverse psychology. It's her way of getting her way, manipulating her husband. Good job, Rach.
I feel like since I seriously think that rock on her finger might be getting bigger every single week, that she's probably really good at this and gets her way all the time.
It's like a little Stax ring. You can just mix and match. Have your little party on your hand. I like it. It's nice.
I thought you were talking about the New York apartment for a second. I'm
yes.
like, oh, that.
Yes.
It's no longer an arm party, it's a finger party
It's a
too.
finger.
Oh,
Ooh, new trends brought to you here at AfterBuzz.
finger parties.
Finger party.
Deal with that as you may. Deal with that as you may.
Oh my god.
I've been sitting here the whole time thinking, what are you guys talking about? Glad you all
Rock, the
finally.
Rock.
I'm just picturing really beautiful, delicate rings all stacked up, and I'm just saying that.
Oh yeah, us too. Us too.
All I was thinking.
Not me.
Naughty late night at AfterBuzz.
Not me.
You guys are ridiculous. Let's talk about the girls in the office because there's been a few flashbacks throughout the episode to these lovely ladies. We have Mondana, we have Lauren, we have Marissa. And they're just, my favorite part is when they go and talk about Rachel and Roger in the beginning of the episode, and they talk about how Rachel used to go pick up Roger every single night when they first started dating at 3 in the morning when he got off work. And like a typical girl, I guess she was excited and she would wear her red lipstick every time and blow out her hair. And I just think it's really sweet because I don't know if you necessarily like see her trying to earn any affection from him. She seems to not really care. So to know that she tried so hard in the beginning is really sweet.
It makes me wonder what their private life is like. Speaking of late night, it just makes me wonder because I feel like they're, I don't know.
I thought about this during this episode too.
They're almost like,
do they get
because
it
they're almost
on?
like roommates.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been together for so long too that they know each other so well where they don't really have to try anymore. But I liked what Mandana said was that Roger loves her so much and doesn't think any other woman in the world is even beautiful. Like they still have that spark of you're the only one I want to see after all these years, but then it's still like, well, but like, what do you guys do? Because everything's so even in the bedroom, you're talking about business. So when do you
Well,
actually?
that's why I kind of get the vibe that she's not like sexually attracted to him.
Yeah.
You know, like I think she likes him, but you don't just see her like want to jump his bones. Or
Must be
something.
the hair.
I don't. Maybe.
Maybe she
But
wants
I don't
to
see
pull
her.
it.
I don't see her being
Like-
sexually attracted to anyone really.
Yeah.
I don't see
Yeah,
her
that's
being
true.
because I don't know.
I kind of agree with you.
I just want
I
her to
am
be a
sexually
stylist
attracted
only.
to him when he's wearing the beanie with the hair. Does anybody else like that?
No.
I like when it's
No?
hiding the
I
hair.
still don't like the hair.
Hiding the hair.
Oh,
I like it.
Still
I
not a
liked
fan
it.
of the hair.
I think that, I don't know if this is true or not, but I feel like a lot of people who are so involved with their work a lot of times or so focused on something end up, it's like hard to be intimate with two different things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes it's unfortunate, but I feel like relationships take the back burner to your life. And their work is obviously so involved in their, they have a business together. So they're working and they're friends all day long. Like it's hard late at night.
Yeah.
I think that the good thing about it, though, is that at least it's equal on both sides, where they're both so dedicated to their businesses and to their careers, where it's not just a one-sided thing where you see Rachel solely focus on this and Roger, not as into it. Like, it's good that they're both involved because then it's no one's fault, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with
Yeah.
that.
Totally. What do you guys think about?
I like that observation.
No, I just thought it was a wise thought.
I think sometimes I'm
I was
capable of
pondering
those.
How sharp with you, Tiona. What do you think about this little segment? It's very, very brief at Fig and Olive in West Hollywood, which I'm super excited to see because I literally walk by it every single day. Every day.
It's a good
I
restaurant.
think it was kind of cute just to see how needy Rachel was without Roger there, but I couldn't understand a word of what she was saying. It was just like,
Subtitles.
They couldn't do a subtitle.
yeah.
They probably didn't even know what she was saying. I don't know.
We don't know what she's saying, so we're just going to go with it. I mean, they could have put up whatever they wanted, actually, and I would have believed that that's
Yeah.
what she was talking about.
I just, like last week, I just wish there was a little bit of drama that kind of kept the episode moving a little bit better.
And
Because
the-
I feel like some of the scenes, it's just like,
Choppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
choppy and
well, and
E.
that's go back to the scene with the girls at the office. It was kind of nice just to like hear a little bit of Mandana's backstory. She was married for 2.5 years. Who has any idea? But why don't they show that?
Yeah.
Like show her at home or show, because even when they're in the office, they're either A, not doing anything, or B, talking about Rachel and Roger. So there's not any real character development with them.
But I feel like it might be a choice from Rachel's standpoint to be like, I'm not going to show these people because look what happened with Brad and Taylor. They both kind
Yeah.
of moved on and became these.
Bigger
things.
Huh.
I 100% think so too. Like
I
if
feel like it's a conscious effort.
if you look at Bravo's website, literally, like they don't focus on anyone else in the
Yeah.
series. It's just Rachel and Roger.
Well, and actually, because
Yeah.
when we were researching before the show started, the past seasons they do show on their website
Yeah.
the different characters. And this season it is
Jeremiah,
just yeah.
Brad, yeah.
Huh.
Just Rachel and Roger.
Because I'm sorry, but I feel like there's no way those girls in the office do not work. Like every time we
Yeah.
see them, they're like rolling around on a new polar bear looking carpet.
Yeah.
You know what I
feel
mean?
like they kept recording them on their lunch break.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, sure, they're not working now, but they're doing stuff when Rachel's not there. At least I hope that they are, because Rachel's still paying them
Yeah.
when she's not there.
They have to be so
Yeah,
busy.
they have to be doing-
They work in fashion. That's
I
like
mean, it's good to see that they do get to have fun in the office, but I don't think we needed to cut to them 3 different times in this episode doing absolutely nothing. Like, first time, sure, they're all talking, exchanging stories. Second time, hey, maybe something dramatic happened where one of the dresses is missing and they're trying to keep it from Rachel while she's away in New York to keep her stress level down.
Yes.
That kind of stuff could have happened in there.
Some drama.
Some drama.
Please.
What I would have liked to see more of is the whole part of the episode about shoe designing, because I think that's really interesting, and obviously her shoe line is a huge part of her collection and is carried in so many different stores and boutiques around the country and around the globe, I'm sure. And they just fast forward to like the shoe review for a little bit, and it's really interesting to see what goes on. And Rachel makes some very strong suggestions and points. I mean, she says if she can, she wants a 9-inch platform heel on everything, which is so, oh my God, how can anyone walk in that?
You're walking on your toes basically
Yeah.
the entire time.
I would be 6'7". I would
You
imagine.
should do it.
Not fair.
No thanks.
I think no one would want to talk to me. Their necks would hurt.
Do you know how intimidating it would be? It's already intimidating for us walking around in flats as like 6 feet tall.
Right.
And then on top of that, to throw on 9-inch heels, people would run.
But I'm 6'3", so I've
And I would break my
I've never
ankle.
gotten to look up while I was talking to somebody, and it's a dream of mine.
That's like all I do is like crane my neck up to look at people.
Besides her she says her 9-inch heels, like that's what she wants, and she loves heels. But the most popular part of her collection are her flats.
Oh, Martin, can we have that picture I sent you of the flats?
And we have now.
Of the flats
Okay,
and
of
a
the
couple
flats.
other things.
Okay, yeah, I'll pull it up.
Included in that
Flats,
email.
air quotes.
Late night.
More like flass.
That's
But
it.
I love hearing about the flat trend because I just read an article in like the New York Times or something, because sometimes I do that, where they were talking about how women
Ooh, I
are
like that.
getting rid of their heels now and going to flats because of comfort and everything. I was like, yes,
Well,
finally.
these are from her spring collection, she said, in some of the best sellers.
I really like the top one.
I like the ankle
Yeah.
strap on that one as well. It's nice. Is it pink? It's like
I think it's like a salmon color. Yeah.
salmon.
I think it's like a rose gold color.
But I think it's interesting for her line, especially that the things that are always the best sellers, she was saying, are not necessarily what she wants to
likes.
be known for.
Totally. And it's obviously such a consistent trend throughout this season. And, it's funny because we see these pictures, and I like it because she talks about, what's going to make her shoe unique. And she talks about buckles, she talks about hardware, she talks about colors and heels. Obviously, we discussed the heels, but if you look at them, they all have like distinct buckles, like the rose gold one.
Yeah.
There's the hardware on the back of the top flat too. So I like that she tries to use, if it's not going to be a heel, she adds her touch in different ways. Which I think is really cool. And I really like how she talked about shoes being practical and comfortable, because I just had this discussion with my boyfriend the other day because I happen to wear shoes that are extremely uncomfortable on a very consistent basis, and he just doesn't understand why. And I can't seem to understand why, except for that I guess they're cute, and I just hope that they will be comfortable, and they never are.
The cuter they are, the less comfortable they are.
You think so, right?
I think so.
Well, I like that she said that she wants to make hers comfortable.
Yeah. Because they're like wearable, but she put so much detail into them that they still are like statement pieces.
For sure.
And I wonder if she'll get into like the kitten heel thing that's a big trend right now, the small, like just an inch heel basically. I don't necessarily care for it, but it's a huge thing that's going on right now.
What do you guys think about the kitten heel?
I'm not a fan of it. If I
I
needed,
could I could take it or leave it.
I feel like
I'm
just
not
go
like-
with the
Yeah.
flat.
Yeah.
I hate the
Yeah.
kitten heel.
it's like,
Like,
I don't need
like, I
1
hate
inch. If
it.
I'm gonna go for it, I'm gonna go for
Like
it.
jack it up.
Exactly.
Yeah. If I'm not gonna go for it, then I'm gonna be walking around in flats.
Did you guys notice those blue suede wedges?
No.
Oh my god, guys, they were amazing. They were my favorite part of the episode.
I personally cared for the ones that had the lacing on the front. And usually I don't care for that in a heel with it looks like almost
Oh,
like a
yeah.
sneaker lacing up
Oh,
the front.
see, I
Yeah.
think the lacing's tacky.
It,
Personally, I mean,
that's what I was thinking, but I liked it on that for some reason. I think that the peep toe on the open sides kind of gave it
Yeah.
like a fashionable edge. It didn't look like something that Rachel would normally go for, though.
we just heard a loud bang in our ears. Sorry.
Someone
Everything
just
all right?
died. Sorry.
What was the one? It was like the snake print that
That's
was red. That she was the
Yeah.
changes she said to make. It's just fun to see her thought process because I thought that was so
Yes.
genius. She was like, do
thought that
different
was-
textures instead of patterns in it.
I
I
thought
wish I
that
had
was
seen
awesome.
the finished product of that.
I know, because I didn't really care for that snake skin, the different colors. There was like a lot going on. But when she talked about like she talked about what leather,
Black, camel.
snakeskin, and suede all together.
Yeah.
And that's super cool.
Interesting.
We also, wait, this is so cute. We go back to their house, and there's that model car collection.
Oh my gosh.
And I really can't even deal with Skylar. I like want to eat his cheeks so badly. Don't you? I understand
He's so
when people,
cute.
when I was younger and everyone used to pinch my cheeks because I hated it, but all I would want to do if I saw him was pinch his cheeks. Probably so
He's got
annoying.
good cheeks.
But he's so cute.
Thank
You know, what
God
did
for him
Rachel
on this
say?
show.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
They talk about how they were talking about those bolts.
Yeah, she
and
said,
it's
"What's a
funny
bolt?"
because I can't see Roger talking about anything hardware, and obviously he's like, like the screw thingy, and it's really funny. Like that long hair has gotten to him.
He's a man now. I got a model car for Christmas one year, and I was so upset. 'Cause I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this?
I want another Mandy Moore CD.
I know, this is horrible.
That's really funny. We go back into the office, and Roger has a little surprise for Amandana. What do you guys think?
I thought that was cute.
That was cute.
I want to.
I don't know if they eat.
Yeah,
per se.
they were like, "Oh yay! I'm so excited to eat this," and then took like the tiniest bite where they didn't actually show them chewing it. So I'm not sure they ate that chocolate. Roger, next time just send the chocolate to me. I'll
Yeah,
eat it.
please.
Yeah, I will too.
I have to say, I saw the D on the bag at first, and I was like, oh my God, he got her something from Dolce & Gabbana. So then it was like a chocolate Eiffel Tower, and I was super disappointed.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought she probably was expecting clothes or something.
me-
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a
Bring me
handbag or
something,
something.
a bag back from Paris. Something you saw on the runway there that you're like, oh yes, this would be perfect for me.
Because I feel like they didn't buy those things in Paris. I feel like they bought
You
them
can buy
wherever
them
they
here.
bought.
They have
Chanel
like a
Co. stuff.
bakery.
Yeah.
They have one of their assistants go pick up an Eiffel Tower something.
Don't tell Mandana, okay?
So there are stuff going on in the office, and then do you guys remember when all those Nordstrom shoppers came?
Yeah.
See, this is something else I would like to see more of too, instead of the ladies rolling around on the carpet. This part is just really funny because I don't know who you guys picture in Rachel's clothes, but I happen to picture a little bit of a younger demographic. And nothing
Yeah.
to those women, but I just know where it's carried and what, what other labels it's compared to. And I don't know, I don't see those women wearing 9-inch platform heels.
But
No.
I saw those women as people who, because they said that they were like Nordstrom shoppers.
Right.
And I know that Nordstrom does have a young demographic, but maybe they want it. And I feel like the younger people, we don't really go out to we don't have the credit cards to enter into sweepstakes and stuff. I don't know how they got to be a part of it, but I feel like it's because the older, more mature, not older, just the more mature woman and Nordstrom's have like a better partnership where, they see stuff and they're like, oh yeah, sounds like fun. I'll go see whatever designer because they're just more into it, where we're like, oh, let's go to the cute little boutique down the place instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's possible. I guess probably too, Nordstrom's has rewards customers too.
Yeah.
And the women who spend the most are probably older too.
Yeah.
And not that they were old by any means,
Yeah.
but
More
'Cause,
mature.
yeah, I
Yeah.
do picture like a young, fashion savvy, like New York girl to
For
wear
sure.
Rachel Zoe, not like a old 40-something.
Well, I think even Rachel thought it was a
California
little
girl.
bit weird because she said, oh my God, these are really nice people and that they're painfully normal. So,
Is that code for?
or boring.
Or how about the one who did not put her camera down the entire time she was there, just like taking pictures the whole time?
Good for her.
I was like, okay, this is like a mom right here who's
give it-
excited.
I give it a 6.
I'll give it an 8.
I'll give it a 10.
Yes.
We've got the American Idol voter. Or is these from? Are these
Dancing
from
with
the
the
Stars?
Dancing with the
Oh,
Stars.
I saw them on American Idol too. They used them.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Nice.
They're
Well,
just getting used and
get
abused
it.
tonight.
know.
I give it a 0 because I think I think that's really awkward. And if I was standing in my office with a bunch of people around me who I'm like happy to show this collection to, and I'm trying to explain something and talk, and someone's in my face with the camera, I'd be like, listen, like we can get to that later. Just pay attention to what I'm saying to you
Yeah,
right
but
now.
Here, take
Like,
a picture of me now. Get it out of your system.
You
now
don't
let's
need a million.
focus.
That
It's
is
so weird.
funny.
I mean, like I get it, but I
You, like,
don't
slap
at the
their
same
hands.
time.
She was
No.
she was almost like part of the camera crew because she was probably on video record because she just was like doing she could be stealing designs. You don't know.
No.
Yeah.
She has it all
I'm
there.
sure she is.
No, she wasn't. I'm sorry. I'm calling it how I see it. And I say that like her daughter just was like, oh my God, you're gonna meet Rachel Zoe, Mom, please take pictures. And she like probably doesn't know how to work
She's
her
like,
camera
"Who's
too
Rachel
well.
Zoe?"
So she took a million of them. Am I being mean?
No, you're being honest.
Okay.
Being honest.
You're keeping her in check.
Okay. Listen, Mama, come talk to me.
We should have had the moms on the show tonight.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks for coming. Now, did you know who Rachel was before you got there?
Nope.
No, they were actually pretty cute and dressed
Yeah, no,
well
they
too.
were.
I think they were like fashion savvy ladies, which was probably like if they gave Rachel some feedback, that would be great too, because I'm sure she could always use that.
From them.
Oh my God.
You said that really judgy.
Oh, that was
from
it.
them.
Mean girl alert.
Sorry.
Lunch
I
table.
take it back.
I heard that.
Okay, what do you guys think of Robin? She's the one who's partnering with Rachel and Roger on Dream Dry, and we see her more in this episode. And they have a little lunch meeting in LA before she asks them to come to New York.
I feel like she probably goes through hell and back within a day. Every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Robin, though, is almost like her work ethic seems more like West Coast. Like she's a little bit more easygoing, and like you would think if it's this New York girl, she'd be like, we're gonna do this, this, and this, and this will be done in this states. But she seems very like all over the place to me.
I agree.
She almost seemed scared most of the time when she was saying stuff to them. It was like, oh, like, are they approving of this? Like, I need your approval. Which, I mean, they are kind of your boss, but aren't you guys also partners?
Yeah, they're partners.
So
Yeah.
you shouldn't be scared of them. It should be more of like an equal playing field, I felt.
See, I
But
didn't
she's-
see it like that. To me, I saw her as like really lackadaisical. Like, I was like, oh, don't worry, Dream Dry will open and it'll
Yeah.
be fabulous.
But also, it's like when you're building things like that, it takes forever.
Yeah.
Like I know, and especially in New York, I can't even imagine what it's like building something there. I feel like it would take even longer than just like a regular place.
But I feel like she hasn't made any progress since the season started.
yeah.
Well, it was
the-
completely empty
and the
in
studs
there.
are up in the walls. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they always say that that's the longest process. Once that stuff's all up, then once you actually build the walls and everything, I'm talking like I know this stuff because
And that's
I
what she
don't
does
know.
on the side. You don't have-
You got a
On the
hammer in your
side,
purse,
I have a
Tiona.
carpenter business. I'm like Jesus.
Wow, talented.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
No, but you know, I did believe her when she said that it's a lot further along than we actually realize it is, because I think once all that, whatever that stuff was, is up, then it goes a lot faster.
Maybe I am a mean girl tonight because I just think she's an airhead. Like I would fire her.
Well, I only think that because
Okay,
when
go.
I was in high school, we were having, you know, like new community was being built and we bought a house in there, and watching the process, it felt so slow. But once that stuff got in there, then all of a sudden it was like, boom, it was done being built and we got in there quick.
Okay.
Just saying.
Well, I do think things take a long time, and just I feel like her attitude is interesting.
Yeah.
But I guess it works well because Rachel's really high strung, so she needs someone to like balance her out a little bit.
Rachel's like, we've talked about this a little bit, but like zenned out, because I feel like if this would have happened past seasons, she would have been like, lay down the law, like,
Yeah.
this will be done by this date, and now she seems a little more easygoing.
Well, in part of the episode, she says that she doesn't want to be a negative Nelly because she does
yeah.
have partners, and it's like, you know, there's just so many things that are out of your control. So why even bother honing in on the negative stuff?
Plus, Roger's
you have
doing a
those
good job
floors.
of that already.
Well, she says people are hesitant to work with us because of Roger. Like Roger keeps getting it and getting it and getting it. This
Yeah, his whole
episode.
face during their meeting when she was saying, you know, like, oh, we're on track for like our 4th start date or whatever she said, his face was just kind of like shaking his head, like no,
wasn't
like,
buying
he
it.
wasn't buying it. He was annoyed. Mm-hmm. You could just tell he wasn't happy.
I think he has a right to be, though. don't
I
know.
feel like
But he's
when you're
also-
dealing with construction, you just have to know that nothing's ever going to go according to
Exactly,
your
yeah.
original
Yeah.
plan.
Well, he also then has to deal with Rachel and her hair challenge and having to hear her talk about like all the different challenges she has with her hair. Like, is it gonna curl? Is it gonna bend? Is it gonna, you know?
It's like a
So-
Survivor challenge or something. Like, what's it gonna do today? Like,
It's kinda
is it
true,
Am I gonna
though.
win?
Yeah,
Am
no,
gonna
I get
lose?
it.
I woke up today and my hair is sticking up, so I don't know why I'm saying this, but I like poured conditioner in it, and that's why it looks like this now.
Oh, looks
But
darling.
Thank you. Sorry, off topic.
No, but I get it. I mean, and I think that's why Rachel's great to open up like a dream dry bar like this because she gets the average woman too, and you know.
Well, I like that she said being styled as a head to toe thing, so it almost made the Dream Dry Bar make even more sense to me why she's doing it now.
Totally. Robin says, you guys need to come out to New York and check out the place. So they do, and obviously Rachel has been asking Roger to go to New York for quite a bit now, so there they go. Of course, it's as fashionable as you can imagine, and their first stop is at Ryan Atwood's new store, which
I
is
mean,
so beautiful.
Uh-huh.
It's like a little jewel box
gosh.
of shoes. It's beautiful.
It was gorgeous.
crazy.
But did he
so well.
did he give her everything that she tried on?
She kept
know, I
saying
couldn't
my
figure
husband's
it
not
out.
gonna buy this for me, but he kept saying give it to her. So
I'm sure he
I
gave it to
kind
her.
of feel like
He definitely
he
gave it to her.
definitely was just like, here you go, Rach.
Lucky.
How major were those thigh-high boots?
Oh my god.
Everything.
Right.
Everything.
Wait, and what about Skylar
Oh, so
getting
cute.
served animal crackers on a
On a
silver plate?
platter.
Oh,
Oh, to be rich.
that
know.
kid. That
To be
kid's just
wealthy.
got the
I
best life.
can't wait to see how he turns out. Because he's like so privileged.
Yeah.
I just
now.
really hope he doesn't end up, going down the slope of like the bad child stars that we've seen in the news recently. I'm not going to name drop, throw people under the bus, but
Please do,
just,
because I want to know who
Yeah,
you're talking
me
about.
too.
just starlets who aren't doing so well with drugs and alcohol and legal issues. I hope that he doesn't go down that path. I hope that he remains like a good kid, and
How old is he?
he's like 2.
Give him a break.
Drew Barrymore was an alcoholic at like
12.
12, yeah.
So
He's
I
got
mean,
10
He's
years.
got 10 years to develop a drinking problem.
I don't want him to though. I want him to stay sweet little Sky.
Well, but like
Kind
Drew,
of fun.
I mean, this is completely off topic, but the Barrymores were like a crazy bunch too. I feel like Rachel and Roger seem very level-headed,
Yeah.
and
I feel like anything he'll have an eating disorder and a coke problem.
oh my
He's-
god, that's all.
But I don't want those things for him. That's what I'm saying. I don't want him to go down that path.
I think he's just going to be beyond beautiful, like a beautiful, well-dressed man.
Maybe he'll be a
Yes.
model.
Yeah, maybe.
That'd be cool.
Rachel talks about, I think that this might partly be true, that one of the reasons she wants to move to New York is because of all the coats she can wear. And Roger was like, if you have, for 1 week, how many coats would you need? And she said 7. And you know what? Like, I must say, she gave a really great explanation.
Yeah.
I thought she was
every
going to go
coat.
with a lot more coats.
Yeah, me
I
too.
thought
It's
so
like-
too.
Let's
I was
one a
like
day.
at least 20 or something.
I was like, you're so reasonable.
And Roger goes,
Rachel,
"You have
motherhood
a-
has done
you
you
have a
well."
real
But that's the part of the
sickness."
fun of New York is like finding interesting ways to layer, and I don't know.
I miss New York
that
so
a
much
lot.
during this episode.
Aw.
Oh,
Really, though.
Cali girl. I don't wear coats.
yeah.
See, I like
Coat
that about
what?
New York too, that you can like
What's a
get.
coat?
You can't really get dressed up here because it's so hot.
I mean, I'm wearing a fur coat tonight, so.
You got to sacrifice for the things you love, right?
Yeah, totally. You should see my luggage for San Francisco. I'm like, ooh, every coat I have, it's going to be 60 degrees
It
there.
does get cold there. It does get cold.
Thank you.
Just so you know.
Tell my boyfriend that because he doesn't believe me.
We're so on topic tonight.
I know, we
Very,
are. We're really
very.
ridiculous. Let's go to the actual Dream Dry. We
Okay.
talked about this a little bit, but those floors I just want to touch on because they were really, really great. But I'm sorry, do you guys believe that Robin sits there on a desk in the construction
No.
site? I was
No.
like, what is this little setup with her little MacBook?
No.
What is she doing there? Just
What-
like
As a wall
looking on
falls
YouTube,
down,
Yeah.
Like,
as a wall falls down.
it's like
I
why
know,
weren't
she's
there
like,
people
"Oh,
there
construction
working?
site."
Yeah.
Because didn't she tell them to not wear black if they came? Because they would be
I
covered in
don't like
dust.
Robin.
Oh man.
Oh,
Sorry,
poor
Robin.
Poor Robin.
Let's.
But the place is open now, correct?
Yes.
Yes,
So-
it is.
It's open now and it's fabulous and people are loving it and it's doing really well. They're opening up their second one, so good for
So-
them.
So,
Robin,
can't wait to hear the drama
she's
with that
not-
one.
So Robin
maybe
did
she's
well.
on the next.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know if she's.
Maybe
gonna
she
be on
got
the next one.
fired and they
She
brought
might
in
have been
somebody
replaced,
else.
Yeah.
No, I think maybe she just did a great job.
Aw.
Oh,
Team Robin.
Sentimental moment of the night. Okay, can we talk about my favorite part of the episode, which obviously is apartment hunting in New York City? It's like $1 million listing times Rachel Zoe Project. What could be better?
the first apartment, it was okay. It was just kind of like bare bones.
It would
Apartment.
be amazing for any of us to
it
live
was-
there.
it was
but
still
if you're
probably,
Rachel
like-
Zoe,
Yeah,
No.
it's still probably like a
gotta go.
$2.5 million
It was
apartment.
3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2,000 square feet on the Upper East Side. And I wish so badly they gave a price tag with these apartments
Yeah.
because I'd
Yeah.
love to know how much that would be worth.
or what is their budget that they're looking for?
I don't think they have a budget because Roger's still like, I
No.
don't think we're, no. And Rachel's like, oh, well, let's just look.
Do we know if they got an apartment?
I don't know.
I haven't
I
read
don't
anything.
know.
I haven't read anything either about it. The second one we see, which obviously Roger loves, and it's beautiful. No one can love it, and Rachel wants to make an offer for it. It's gorgeous. It's 33,750 square feet inside, 5 bedrooms, 4 baths, 7 closets. And there's 4,000 square feet of outside space, which is pretty much
Bigger
unheard
than
of.
the inside.
Yeah.
That should be unholy, kind of. Like, that's ridiculous for
That
New York.
is-
Oh my gosh.
I like to think of that apartment as heaven on Fifth, like in Sex and the City. Because it was like perfect.
Wait a minute, are you talking about the Hot Child in the City episode?
No, the one in the one in the movie. The one in the movie.
Oh, whatever. That's my favorite episode.
I know the episode you're talking about, but no,
we're
in
on the movie.
Yeah.
Episode 313.
Well, I hope they get this space. What do you guys think?
It's a lot of space.
I don't think they will. I hope they get it, but I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think they.
I think that's gotta be so. If they're trying to like conserve their money, that's
Yeah.
gotta
Because
be a
Roger
lot.
did bring up a good point that they are putting out a lot of money right now on all these different businesses, and nothing has started yet.
But I guess now that Dream
So-
Dry is opening their
Yeah.
second,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, I mean now, but when they're shooting this, like in the episode, they don't have much coming in because they're putting so much out. Dream Dry is behind schedule. He's bringing up a lot of valid points. So last week when I was on Team Rachel about getting the New York apartment, after hearing Roger's side, I understand his
It makes
step back.
sense.
It makes sense financially when you say it like that, but it's not something that like they should exclude forever.
No.
I love that Roger is so like financially aware. And I think it just makes them it's just such a great partnership to have. And it's so important because she'd probably be broke.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That fabulous closet.
yeah, and if it's gonna be a second apartment and you're not gonna really be that much, I mean, do you really need that much space?
I feel like they
No.
would kind of be there a lot. I mean, you heard the concern from the girls in the office. If they had their own place, they'd probably be there for like months at a time.
I could see them staying for like weeks at a time. Not really.
But now that they have
months.
Dream Dry there as well, and obviously New York is so much more fashion.
Yeah, fashion
Yes.
forward. And I
Yeah.
feel like Rachel has probably so many friends in New York City.
And she'd probably be more inspired by the.
Yeah.
But and
York than
she's
LA.
also thinking of her family too, because I do think it's probably better if you're raising a child to have a set place to go every time and not
Totally.
be raised in hotels.
Yeah. Where do you guys think they should make their permanent residence? LA, New York?
It depends on if she wants to focus on being a designer or a stylist.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Because I think that for fashion, I think that she would be more inspired as a designer in New York. That's where like the mecca of it is. But as a stylist, this is where all the red carpets
Yeah.
are.
And the commercial
all the
work.
celebrities, all the commercial
Yeah.
work. It's all in LA. So it really depends on what she's focusing on.
Well, I think Rachel now, her vibe is more West Coast and she's a little bit more laid back. But Rachel, like 2 years before Skylar, was very New York.
Go, go, go.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted her to have another kid and then to stay in LA.
They talked about that at the end.
I feel like that would never happen.
Really?
Again, yeah. I don't know. I feel like
That would never happen.
I feel like she's completely done with having kids.
Really? You think so? I feel like they make a lot of statements about
Having
wanting
a
another
girl.
kid. Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I get a vibe that she's like
That's a lot of work.
not into it completely.
Maybe like a surrogate.
Yeah,
Or something.
that would be
Ooh.
maybe that way.
Yeah, we're gonna do this the SJP way.
Yes.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
You got
You
it.
know,
For those that-
for those of you not in the know, we're just so
Who doesn't
tired.
know that?
Yeah, SJP.
Ever heard of her?
So yeah, I could see her doing it that way for the next child, but I'm not sure about her actually carrying another child to full term.
Yeah. I agree.
I think that's it for this episode. Could we talk about news and gossip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure can.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Okay, there's not that much, but I feel like we should probably share. Unfortunately, there's been this really unflattering picture of Rachel on a tabloid magazine claiming that she is anorexic. And obviously, we don't know if those things are true, but we hope for her and her family that it's not and that Rachel's in good health.
And I feel like it's a rumor that keeps coming back.
All the
It
time.
keeps getting recycled. It's
She's a hot, skinny mom.
Yeah.
Leave
Yeah.
her alone.
clearly
guys
we've
think?
seen her eat. So
Yeah. It's just unhealthy to see your rib cage.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
But I think some
prominently
people are
through
just
your
built like
chest.
that. Like, she's like an Olsen twin. I guess they had an eating disorder too, so that's not a very
Yeah, that's not a really good comparison.
You know what I mean? Like, she's just little and skinny.
that.
I don't know. I don't think.
She's a petite woman. She's also, not tall, so she's short and skinny. And I mean, pictures just always give a false image too sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially the tabloid ones. So hopefully that's not the case. But
I hope not.
I hope not either.
I have some good news.
Yeah.
So OK Magazine yesterday was International Peanut Butter and Jelly Day, I guess. I don't know. I've
don't
never
know where
heard of
this is
it.
going.
I've never heard of it. But
And
OK
Rachel needs
Magazine.
to eat one.
Yeah, no. That's not where I was going, Jason. But OK Magazine named the top 9 reality couples, and Rachel and Roger were in the top 9 favorite reality TV couples that go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, that's cute.
So some of the other people were Juliana and Bill, Chloe and Lamar, and Lisa Vanderpump and Kim Todd.
I love all of those.
So yay for them for making it, because their relationship is awesome. 21 years, and you guys definitely go together like PB&J, because at this point it's not worth it
You're
starting
stuck
over.
together.
I've got a little something too. Rachel is investing along with a bunch of other people in an online startup called Daily Look, and it's just like fast fashion now, so you can get a bunch of different designers from this website. So I think it's going to be like the new trend.
Is it
That's cool.
an online shopping
Yeah,
site?
it's just online retail. Do you want me to read you the article?
Yeah. Well, I mean, not all of it.
Fast fashion has become a huge force in retailing, as seen by the increasing ubiquity of stores such as H&M, Forever, Zara, Topshop. But while these companies are clearly dominating the high streets all over the world, their chief focus is the brick and mortar realm, and the web has been an afterthought at best. So basically, they're focusing just on the web and not on the stores.
That's cool.
That is really cool.
I enjoy that.
That's all I got.
Interesting to see.
I'm sure if Rachel's on it, there'll probably be a lot of other fashionistas. It'll probably be really nicely curated.
So I wonder if it's going to be like, doesn't Kim Kardashian have one for like shoes?
Shoe dazzle.
So it's going to be
Yeah.
kind of like that,
Yeah.
just with clothes.
And then Rachel Bilson has one for shoes too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she does?
Yeah.
Huh.
I need all this stuff. I gotta up my
I know.
style, guys.
I know, right? Let's go
Online shopping. Let's do it.
Do you guys have any predictions for next week? Dun dun dun.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
I'm gonna predict that they don't get the New York apartment. Roger's gonna talk her down, and she's gonna be like, "No, we should save money until our things take off."
That's what I'm thinking too about the New York move. And I'm predicting that I'm going to be really excited because next week we get to see her back with her styling stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And those are the funnest episodes for me, when she's actually on set doing stuff. I look forward to those.
I predict there was something about Roger asking her, "Are you sure you don't want to do this anymore?" And I feel like this might be her deciding not to do the reality show anymore. To not be like a public face all the time.
Huh.
That's an interesting prediction.
So we'll see.
Because they do show a little glimpse into her talking about not wanting to do on-camera work. I predict,
I like the way you think.
as well as Tiona, that her photo shoot is going to be amazing. And I think she's going to end up doing on-camera work because we see her in that huge billboard in New York City.
I have one more prediction. I predict that everybody will go onto iTunes. We forgot to talk about this. And rate and comment us and subscribe to the Rachel Zoe Project and leave us lots of nice comments because we read them, and share it with all your friends.
Yay!
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed our little recap. I'm your host, Kristina Zias. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram at Miss Zias, and follow my fashion blog, www.misszias.com.
You can follow me on Twitter at Jake Dupree and on Instagram at Jake Dupree.
Hey, you can follow me on on Twitter and Instagram, the eyes. I'm too busy shaking my 8 right now. But you can follow me on both of those websites at TweetT22.
Girl, I give you a 10.
I know, Jason has the 10, but I wanted that.
You want it?
Yeah, because I want to go like this real quick. I go, shouty you a 10.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Jason Ikeler. Oh, yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Love it.
Give it up for Mandy.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the host only, not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV.